ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
Adiyan Swami, Adiyan has a question
அடியேன்.
regarding the correlation of Bhagavad Gita to this, Swami. Like, Adiyan, reading the Bhagavad Gita, it says that verse from 5.18, like Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmani Kavi Hastini. That particular verse, they say the sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees everybody with equal vision. A learned Brahmana versus an elephant, a dog, or a dog eater, the same way. Now, when we talk about Adiyar Bhakti in Kaninun Sirtambu, we may have more love for a certain Adiyar, especially like our Acharya, we will have pure love and devotion, and we may have more love and devotion towards an Uttama devotee compared to maybe some other devotee like Kanishta or Madhyama Adhikari. So the question I have is, how do we correlate the verse that is there in the Gita where it says a true sage is one who is able to see everybody equally, and then when we compare, we are kind of like distinguishing between Bhagavatas and having a higher devotion to one Bhagavata compared to another. I mean, everybody we should treat nicely and with respect, but we do still have that layers of
Yes. Yeah. It's a good question actually. There are two aspects into it. One is, first we have to understand that shlokam properly. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Sunichaiva Swapakache Pandita Samadashinaha. In that shlokam, many people actually say that it is comparing Brahmana and then elephant directly. But Bhagavad Ramanuja has explained Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane. That means a Brahmana who is very educated and very humble, and just ordinary Brahmana. So there is two Brahmanas in that itself. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane. In that itself, there are two types of Brahmanas. One is a very real one who lives by that Brahmanyam, and one who is just for namesake. So even between those two, we have to see that same Atma is, that is similar Atma is present in both those bodies. And then there is cow and elephant comparison, and then dog and dog eater. So these comparisons are there. Now when we say equal, that equality should be understood properly. Equality doesn't mean that we place everything at the same platform. We treat everything in the same way. Equality means giving proper respect to each person based on his state, his ability, his devotion, and so on, many aspects. Because though it says cow and elephant should be seen the same way, we cannot get cow to do what an elephant can do. We cannot say we are doing equality, so get what a cow does to be done by an elephant. So that is not real equality. Equality means giving proper honor for that particular entity as per that entity's situation and state. So when we look at, now we are coming to the second portion. When we look at Bhagavatas, there are many Bhagavatas. For example, let's say we are within our family, everyone is a Bhagavata. Husband, wife, children, parents. Now, though we have to have great love towards all Bhagavatas, we will definitely have more love towards our own parents, our own husband or wife or children, considering that they are Bhagavatas. So it's also proper that love is accepted even as per Bhagavata Dharmam, because they are all Bhagavatas, so we can certainly have love and affection towards them. And then there are personalities such as Acharya, Uttama Sri Vaishnavas. Then we will have great admiration, love, devotion towards them, and we would like to serve them whenever possible. And then there are others general Bhagavatas whom we are familiar with, whom we are friends with, and so on. So when we look at these Bhagavatas, first thing we have to look at is their level. We have seen this a little bit previously. Satkara Yogya, Sahavasa Yogya, and Sadhanubhava Yogya. This is explained in Vartamalai, where we have to see anyone who is having physical appearance as a Bhagavata. We have to respect them as a Bhagavata. That is the Satkara Yogya. So when a Bhagavata comes to our home, for example, or we meet them somewhere, we smile at them, we say Adiyan Ramanujasan, and then we inquire about them and so on. This is common for all Bhagavatas. And then Sahavasa Yogya are the next level, where we know that they are only interested in Bhagavad Vishayam. Because Satkara Yogyas may also be interested in gossiping, maybe committing apacharams, maybe not having proper respect towards other Bhagavatas, not having true devotion as well. They just have physical appearance. Still, because they wear the symbols of Bhagavan, they are connected to Bhagavan, we have to give them basic respect. But we cannot go overboard with such persons. So we have to get to know about any Bhagavata before we go and respect them in the second level. So when we are looking at Sahavasa Yogya, with those who can, whom we can stay together, discuss for long durations, discuss Bhagavad Vishayam, and share our even personal concerns and worries and so on, and get good guidance and so on. So all of these can be done with Sahavasa Yogyas. And for that, we have to know whether they are Sahavasa Yogya or not. And that we will find out only over time. So there are probably established Bhagavatas, Acharyas, whom we know that these persons are well into Sampradayam, they are totally dedicated and so on. But other than that, if we are meeting someone new, we will not know whether they are Satkara Yogya or Sahavasa Yogya or Sadhanubhava Yogya. So initially we have to treat everyone as Satkara Yogya, and we have to treat them respectfully. And then once we find out about someone that this person is Sahavasa Yogya, then we engage with them in more devotional activities, having satsangam with them and so on. And then Sadhanubhava Yogya, those who are really inspirational for us, those who are acharyas, those who are guiding us, those who are true to their positions. So even one person may be an acharya, coming in an acharya parampara, or giving guidance to others. But whether they are Sadhanubhava Yogya Adhikari, that we have to find out only. That only after careful interaction with them, we will find out. Once we find out that this person is a Sadhanubhava Yogya, because everyone will have some amount of intuition, some amount of instinct, which will help identify who is reasonable, who is not. So based on that instinct and based on suggestion of other like-minded Bhagavatas, we can find out about Sadhanubhava Yogya and engage with them more and serve them as much as possible and so on. So all of this, there is some amount of intelligence involved in us in finding out who is Satkara Yogya, who is Sahavasa Yogya, who is Sadhanubhava Yogya. It is not to be seen as being judgmental, because we don't want to just brand someone as, okay, this person is Sadhanubhava Yogya, this person is Satkara Yogya, and so on. But we have to know, obviously, we have to know the nature of the individual and interact with them respectfully, based on their level and based on our confidence with them as well. Because one person may be very good, advanced, but we may not be comfortable with that person. It is human nature. Some relationships click, some relationships don't click. So we cannot force upon ourselves to do certain things just because someone is very advanced in public. So we have to see how each Bhagavata connects with us, and we have to engage with them in that manner. In samsara, generally, we have to be very, very careful, because the closer we get to individuals, we may find their faults, we may find out about their negative aspects, and that may develop unnecessary interactions, unpalatable interactions with them. So we have to be very, very careful in samsara. It is better if we avoid apacharams rather than getting misunderstood as well as misunderstanding others. So we have to be very, very careful in interacting with Bhagavatas and trying to treat them as we should treat them. But in general, we should see every Bhagavata as Satkara Yogi, and even that itself, we are not actually there. Most of us don't know how to even treat a Satkara Yogi Adhikari. Even those have to be treated honorably. We have to give them proper respect, and we have to interact with them with much care and respect. Hope that helps.
Thank you, Swami. Thank you so much, Adiyan. Very nice.
ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
To learn such valuable information about our Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, please download KOYIL, KOYIL app from Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Our website is koyil.org, KOYIL.org.